Good evening, Ekklesia Vineyard, and anyone else who might be watching this video. Happy Friday evening. We made it through the week. It's been a crazy week here in the United States and especially in Tennessee. And Bud and I have been in a lot of prayer this week, and we've been taking counsel this week, and we've been getting informed and doing research on what to do about this COVID-19 pandemic that we are currently in the midst of. And just today, we had our first confirmed case in Hamilton County, which we all kind of figured at some point we would eventually have that happen. But for it to really hit home here was a little bit scary, I think, for all of us to see. And so with that in mind, Bud and I have decided to put out this announcement with just some information and what you can expect from Ekklesia in the coming weeks. So first, the question that we want to be asking is, what are we to do? Because we are people of faith. We believe that we serve a God who loves us and cares for us, but we also know that there is this tension that we live in, that there are things happening in this world that we have to combat and come up against. And in those times of crisis, what I know for certain is that I am called to be a good neighbor. I'm called to love those around me, my literal neighbors, and my community. And so in response to all that's happening with this pandemic, we have decided to take a couple of extreme measures. And that is in response to the idea that we want to keep the curve flattened. And if you don't know what that means, basically with this pandemic, what we do know so far is that there are going to be lots of cases of it, but if we can keep the curve flattened so that those cases happen over a longer period of time, then we're able to keep the panic down. We're able to help keep the hospitals able to support everybody who comes through with the virus so that they can combat it. And we're just doing our part to keep our country and our community safe. So with that in mind, here are some of the measures that we are going to be taking here at Ekklesia. And first of all, I just want to say thank you, the interwebs, because that has now become the way that we are going to be having quite a lot of our meetings moving forward. The first one that I want to address is we are going to be coming up with creative solutions for our small groups. So some of that might be in podcast form, some of those might be in group conversations that you'll get invited to through like Zoom chats or those sorts of meetings. We're also thinking about how we're going to creatively address the family meeting, which is coming up on the 29th. That likely will not be held together as a family, but we might be all individually meeting in the privacy of our own homes to hear what's going on with the community. The most important announcement is that our Sunday service is going to be moved to remote. So it will be completely from, I guess we'll just be recording right from here, right from our home. We'll be recording a sermon and posting that online. We'll be doing a list of worship songs for you to enjoy, links to Spotify playlists and things like that, for you to enjoy worship together as a family. We encourage you, if you can, to go ahead and meet at 11 and just have a time of prayer and really just pray for our community, pray for our eyes to be open to different ways that we as a community can serve those around us. And we'll have our Tidely link up and all of those things will be available. Look for more details on that tomorrow because we're still kind of getting all of that formed together. So, but that is going to be happening, and we will have a time of prayer with that as well. But we do encourage you to meet, and we encourage you to get together, even if it's just like remotely with other families around you, and pray together and look out for those in your community who are susceptible, who are already suffering, who are more likely to be affected by this virus. We already have a couple of families who are self-quarantined. So we just really want to stay on top of this and do what we can for our community, for Chattanooga, to help this virus spread as minimally as possible so that we can get through this. And we believe that that's our part. So I hope you all have a great Friday evening. And yeah, we look forward to meeting with you all in the privacy of your own homes.